Hey everyone, John Hartley. As I promised in my last video, I thought I was going to get a commemorative if it didn't sell before my credit card cycle turned around, and it did not. And as I normally do when they say or best offer, I took $25 off the asking price of this coin, and they accepted. I did it again yesterday. I bought another coin I needed, and it's not as expensive as this one, but I got it at a better price because they said or best offer. It rained here bad, well, not bad. It rained a lot here this morning. And as soon as I could, I got this out of the mailbox, but the packaging is wet, but not bad. My telephone bill, my cell phone bill underneath it was completely soaked, but that's okay because I'm one of them people that pay online before the bill gets here. I've told them to stop sending me paper bills, but they apparently don't understand. And I don't worry about it. So anyway, doesn't look like the envelope here is slightly wet, but the cardboard is not. Let's see what the invoice says. Yep. Alrighty. But this is another early commemorative, and this is not a cheap one. Of course, there's not many of them that are. Ah, yes. This is the 1936, yep, New Rochelle early commemorative. MS-65 with a CAC, and it's in an older PCGS holder. I looked it up, but I forget exactly what year it is, but you know, late 80s probably. And it is that's not a crack, that's the little knobs on there that help you line it up, and that is their sticker. Well, see, I hate it when people add something to my packaging or my coins or the original government packaging, because it's hard to get off. Alright, but that worked out. Alrighty. That's the reverse. The early commemoratives weren't consistent with this. On American coinage, the date's on the front on the obverse, and the denomination is on the reverse, with the exception of the newer coins, where starting with the statehood quarters, because of necessity, they put $quarter on the obverse and the date on the reverse, and the Native American coins, the date is on the edge lettering. But every other coin made in America made by the United States Mint. Has the date on the obverse and the denomination on the reverse. Well, early commemoratives weren't like that. So sometimes there's arguments, or not arguments, but differences of opinion of what the obverse is and what the reverse is. And I usually go with, when it's obvious, if there is a portrait of a person, a bust, or liberty or something like that, that's the obverse. And then on the reverse, other designs like eagles or what have you. But early commemoratives and new commemoratives don't have this problem, but early commemoratives, sometimes people disagree as to what the obverse is. I think this one's obvious, even though both the date and the denomination are on the reverse. That is a fleur-de-lis, or an iris, and that is the seal, or seal would be the proper word, of the town of New Rochelle, New York. Now, the guy on this is John Pell, Sir John Pell, not to be confused with John Pell, the mathematician who was his daddy. But that didn't have anything to do with this. John Pell's uncle, when he passed away, had no male heirs, so he passed his title and property to his nephew, John Pell. And that made him the second Earl or second Lord of Pelham. And he shortly thereafter went to the States, where he was the new owner. Not legitimate. He didn't come by it honestly. He inherited it. It's like I did my house. But he inherited what is now Westchester County and the Bronx. And Bronx, New York. And he sold, I think it was 6,000 acres to, I guess, people that formed the city of the village at that time of New Rochelle, New York, in Westchester County, which, for you that don't know, is right outside of New York City. And part of the deal in the sale was that John Pell and his heirs, or sons forever, each year would receive from the city of New Rochelle a fatted calf. So that's why there is a man holding a calf on the obverse. Interesting story. I wonder when they stopped giving the family the calf. Might look that up. Probably already should have. I updated the new Mista page. I'll link it below in the comments, and it has that information in there about this coin. This is a great example. It's 65. I think this is undergraded, unless I'm missing something. Y'all tell me what you think. I paid $310 for this. Now you know why I was waiting on my credit card bill to turn around. So that dipped heavily into my coin budget for the month at the very moment I received my credit card bill online. So They made 25,000 of these coins to commemorate the city, and they sent almost 10,000 of them back to the mint to be sold. So there's a remaining mintage of 15,000. Ice maker always goes off when I'm doing a video. There's a remaining mintage of 15,266 of these coins, which New Rochelle sold for $2 a piece. And I bought this one for $310. So, somebody made a profit on this one. And it wasn't John Hartley. This is the last 3 coins I've gotten that have been slabbed anyway, have all been cacks. I haven't exactly done that on purpose. I just have been looking for the best coin at the best deal, and they just all happen to have cack stickers on it. The next coin I have coming in is slabbed as well, but it doesn't have a cack on it. It's because it's only worth about $10 to $12, and it'd be silly. I don't know why somebody even, well, I do know why they slabbed it. It's a type 2 of a coin that needed to be verified that it was not a type 1. The mint mark is the difference, and it's extremely hard to see. But I digress. Beautiful coin, great addition to my collection. I'm getting farther and farther along on my early commemoratives, and I'm glad they made a lot of them because I'm having fun collecting them. It is Thursday, and in my world, my weekend starts on Thursday. I'm retired, as you may know, and I can start. When I first retired, my weekend lasted from Sunday till Sunday. Drink beer every day. That's why when I retired from the sheriff's office, I was 195 pounds. I could run the agility course in under 2 minutes, which was the best possible score for your evaluation. I didn't hold the record, obviously. That record was like 1 minute and 38 seconds. But he used to play college football, and he was a man. But anyway, when I retired, I said, I don't have to work tomorrow. I can drink a beer tonight. And I said that every night. And 80 pounds later, I figured out you can't drink every night of the week without it ruining your girlish figure. So anyway, I'm getting way off track. So anyway, I got to do my grocery shopping today, go out there and pick up some prescriptions at the doctor's office. They got a pharmacy there that I get some of my prescriptions from, so I gotta brave the germs in the world out there and go to the liquor store and a couple other stops, including the bank, and then I come back home and happy hour on the front porch with Maxwell will commence at about 5 o'clock. Had a good week this week. The county I worked for nearly 3 decades, part of the agreement was Now my retirement is with the state retirement, police officers retirement system, so they can't touch that. But part of their agreement with me when I signed on board is that if I retired with them, they would pay for my health insurance for the rest of my life. Well, 3 years after I retired, they jerked that back and said, and all they did was when they sent us all a letter, it wasn't even a letter, it was just something somebody took 2 minutes to type up on Word processing and print it out. It says, as of this date, you will no longer have health insurance benefits with Beaver County, and sent it to all of us. Well, we sued them. And I got word this past week that we won. Actually, they settled, and they made me sign a gag order, so I can't say how much money I got, but I can afford a few more of these, put it that way. Actually, a lot more of those. But, and then the apple seeds I planted, went out to check on them yesterday, and boom, there they were. They had two of them. I planted about 30 seeds. I love apples. And I got 2 apple sprouts. And I got I don't know what type of electrical co-op y'all have, but the one I used to be a member of when I owned a house down in the county I worked for, when I was down there, every year they'd send you a check for your share of the profits that the co-op made. But it would always be several years behind. I think the first time I got one, it was like $2. Yeah, and it's always been low like that. I got a check yesterday, and I saw the name of the electric company on there. I said, oh, I got another check. Get one about once a year. I said, oh boy, another $5. That's $38. That'll almost pay for my liquor this weekend. And a package that I was waiting on for 3 weeks that was stuck in the next state over finally got here after me calling Federal Express 4 times. Very displeased with their service. They found it, they relabeled it. They said that the barcode wasn't readable and that they relabeled it. I peeled off the new label. Underneath it, the barcode has absolutely been scraped the hell off, and it doesn't look like they intentionally did it. It's just like it rubbed against packages until it was just, it's been a shaky ride on the way up from Florida where it came. And one other good thing happened. Oh, that's right. That's what I wanted to show you. Yesterday, I know you can't hear me as well over there. Yesterday, my brother sends me a text, and it says, hold on to your hat. And I'm like, maybe he won the lottery. No, but I did. That is, all of these are the Lowell, but he opened up a new bankroll. He works for my sister-in-law. He opened up a new bankroll, and it had 5 West Point, I hope these are focusing for you, West Point quarters. Brand new bankroll, so all of these are in really good shape. A couple of them got some smudges on them, but that's okay. And this is going to help me trade for the ones I don't have. So that's, And I don't do trading on YouTube. I don't, I trade with a couple of people that I know and trust, but I don't know everybody here, and that's not to offend anybody, but try to keep my YouTube world like everybody does, and my regular world separate. So nobody breaks in my house and tries to steal my 5 brand new quarters. So I have a coin that I didn't know I needed until I was looking around on Numista yesterday, just browsing, and then all of a sudden I said, why don't I have it? I ordered that, and I'll explain more when I talk to you next time. So until then, please click on that subscribe nickel in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you give me a thumbs down, tell me what you didn't like about the video, or what's not to like about that coin. And please leave a comment. I like reading all your comments, and I try to reply to all of them. So until that coin I didn't know I needed, now I needed gets here, I'm 1042.